If you thought you knew the history of the entire Naruto universe, then prepare to be disappointed as you find out in this week's chapter as we learn the true history of the ninja world, thanks in part to Kaguya and Black Zetsu, and this finally proves that once you go Black Zetsu, you don't go back, Sue.
So why exactly is Kaguya on the rag? Well, I think it's pretty apparent that her sons did seal her, and she has been holding a grudge for a long time. And in this chapter, we see how Black Zetsu has traveled through time, manipulating everything as he goes. And it all starts with everything from the two sons of the Sage of the Six Paths to modern times with Madara and the first Hokage.
Our chapter opens up this week with our main characters literally about to be burned alive by Mount Doom. Naruto manages to save Sasuke, Obito's been saved, and this is when Kaguya is finally on the move. And I like the fact that she has this new teleportation technique, which actually reminds me of the Gargantas from Bleach, the way they open up. It looks really awesome, and she's able to come through this portal in a really creepy manner. In fact, they put a lot of emphasis on this one panel where she's sneaking up behind Naruto and Sasuke. There's no dialogue, it's just her. She grabs them on the chin, and she even starts to cry a little bit because she's reminded of her sons, Hagoromo and Haruma. And speaking of Haruma, they actually show him this week, and he doesn't look too crazy. You know, he resembles his brother a little bit. He has longer hair, kind of like Madara.
So apparently Kaguya's been sleeping around because she has a third son that we have not heard about, and that is Black Zetsu. And as Corey said, once you go black, you don't go back. One of the things I found the most interesting with this chapter is that the Ten Tails was not a physical manifestation of the chakra fruit rebelling against Kaguya. It seems that Kaguya actually created it as a weapon to stop anyone that was like rebelling against her, or in a way to grab all the chakra back for herself. So in a way, she has made all the tailed beasts. You know, yes, the Sage of the Six Paths has gotten in there, you know, and separated them and given them all personalities, but at the end of the day, they all go back to the Ten Tails, and that was created by Kaguya. And I found that really interesting.
What I also like about this scene is not only does it sort of like set up the entire origins of the entire series in general, but she also goes on to explain that the entire reason that the shinobi and ninja world even exists is strictly so that she could be revived when she was sealed away by her sons. And that's another plot point that they still haven't gotten into. I'm guaranteeing there's going to be a backstory about her and her family, because frankly, I'd like to see that. If we're going to get an entire backstory about Hashirama and Madara being kids, I want to at least see what Kaguya was like when she was a child. I want to see her going through her weird, freaky development, because it looks like the relationship she actually has with her sons is kind of weird and disturbing on some levels, because she is sort of happy to see Naruto and Sasuke, but she's ready to rip their heads off any second here. And she goes on to explain even more that she's manipulated pretty much every major event of the series by creating both the Uchiha, the Senju clans, and she did this so that she could actually create someone who could have the Rinnegan power, thus to bring her back. She also had this other crazy plan where she actually manipulated the Uchiha tablets, which actually said, "Infinite Tsukiyomi is a good thing. I rape good. No, I rape bad." And I just thought this was kind of interesting. And it goes even further. And this is the part of the chapter where, frankly, my disbelief was starting to go out the window just a little bit when she's explaining, oh yeah, I also had Kabuto find Madara's corpse so that he could revive him and do all that other crazy stuff. It's a really crazy plan that you're only going to really be able to accept if you've been following the series from beginning to end, and I'm still not quite sure how I feel about it.
You know, it all makes sense, but the thing that bothers me the most about it is they're changing everything with one chapter, and I don't know if I like that. You know, like I've been investing so much of my time into this series, and then bam, one chapter later, it's all different.
I mean, that's the thing, though. Like, when they introduced Madara for the very first time, they're like, this is the guy. This is the big bad. They put a lot of emphasis on it, not just in the manga version, but if you actually watch the Shippuden version, in the very first episode of Shippuden, they literally, like, skip, like, 30 chapters ahead just to give us a scene where Naruto meets Sasuke again, and so that they can mention that Uchiha Madara actually exists. Maybe he'll return. A lot of people think he wasn't surviving after his, face exploded and then got sucked right back into Kaguya's body. I'm not really sure. You were even saying before the review that maybe Madara will come back and actually team up with everybody.
Yeah, maybe that is the event that makes him see the error of his ways, and he actually wants to team up and defeat this evil and then, pass on in peace.
Boo! Boo Madara! Keep being an asshole! You're way better as a villain! I don't know. That's the thing. I'm so mixed. This whole chapter changes everything.
The other thing we were discussing is I don't even know if I want to give this chapter a rating, because it's not that I'm angry about it. It's just I don't even know how to feel about it. Like
That's the thing. This is going to be one of
those.
those chapters where we're going to need another couple to sort of like supplement it.
Yeah, like I want to see where this goes because maybe we get a really good flashback arc, like you're saying, with Kaguya, and maybe she was like a real loving mother, and she was a really good queen or king or whatever she was, and then like the power corrupted her. You know, like there's a lot that could be done with this, but her whole Aizen plan, you know, the whole fucking thing being Aizen, just I don't know how I feel about it. You know, so
it could definitely be seen as a cop out.
In some ways, yes. It's like Naruto and Sasuke got super powerful and they're about to beat Madara. Oh, throw another bad guy in there. Keep it going.
I also like the fact that over the course of the last couple chapters, they keep throwing out all of these like little hints to like how they're actually going to defeat either Madara or Kaguya. First, we had that one scene with Tenten and all the pots in the fan. And in this week's episode, when Kaguya is actually mentioning that her sons sealed her, they focus on this one panel of Naruto and Sasuke like where you have the sun and the moon on their hands. Obviously, this is how they're going to be able to defeat her eventually. But honestly, even with all of this crazy, like, world-changing stuff, my biggest problem with this week's chapter comes in the absolute final panel.
I know what you're going to say.
Where Naruto announces they're going to use that jutsu. Yes. Haven't heard that one before, have we? Woo! I can't wait to see how he developed this one out of his ass. All I can say is this week's chapter, like, if I could give it a score, I'm kind of with you on this one. Mine's like a question mark out of 10. I don't know how to feel about this one quite yet. I am intrigued by the concept of seeing the backstory of Kaguya and how her family life was, but until we see that, I'm not sure what to think.
Yeah, and again, maybe we don't see, like, imagine if they start fighting her and they're just about to defeat her, and then we get into the flashbacks. You know, it might take a while. I don't think it's going to happen right away. And I am interested to see Naruto and Sasuke's new powers. You know, they obviously have some cool new technique. You know, I'm sure they're going to high-five her face, and then she's going to get sealed or something, you know?
That'd be awesome.
And the other thing that really interests me is what did the Uchiha tablet say before they were changed?
That's a really interesting point.
Maybe it was like be BFFs with the Senju, you know? Like maybe that's really what it was, you know? Add them on Facebook. Like
other little interesting detail, because I know if we don't mention this, you guys will crucify us, is we actually go back to the scene where Hashirama and Madara fought. We can see that Black Zetsu was watching the whole time. And we actually get to see that, yes, Madara was fully defeated. In fact, he was his body was disposed of in a hidden area that Black Zetsu found. But thanks to him and to Madara's quick thinking with Izanagi, he was able to survive this. And that's just another nice little detail that they sort of, you know...
And he Mike Tysoned Hashirama, so he had a piece of his flesh.
He did, yeah. I forgot about that. They make a mention. Maybe it's just because of the translation I was reading. They're like, they called it Hashirama meat.
Oh, I didn't. I guess I missed that.
That's what they were calling it. And there's like a scene where, yeah, he's like spitting it up on a plate. And they even explained that the Zetsus apparently, like when he brought the body of the Ghetto Mazo back and the Zetsu started coming back, that those were originally people who were trapped in the Infinite Tsukiyomi. And that when he created his version of the Zetsu, when he inserted the Hashirama cells into it, that's what makes them different. But that's just... There's so many details this week.
I almost feel like we still probably missed something. And I'm sorry if we did, guys, but...
I'm sure you guys will let us know.
You'll let us know with angry, flaming comments down below. But that is it this week, guys. That's all we have to say about this chapter. A lot happened. And let us know what you thought. You know, we really want to know your opinions because we're, in some ways, as reviewers, should have a definite idea. But a lot of question marks, not really sure, want to see how it plays out. And you guys, thank you so much for watching our review. If you could, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and if you feel so inclined, donate with our PayPal link down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, Super Kami Guru 9000, out.